Hey, Skull Nation. What's up, you purple-blooded warriors? This is your die-hard Vikings fan, straight from the heart of Minnesota, fired up and ready to dive into the latest Vikings news that's got us all on the edge of our seats. Imagine this, our rookie sensation J.J. McCarthy, the kid we all pinned our Super Bowl dreams on, lights up Soldier Field with a fourth-quarter miracle comeback against the Bears, 3 touchdowns, folks, including a mad dash on foot to seal a 27-24 thriller. But then, bam, week 2 hits like a blindside sack, and we're staring down a primetime gut punch loss to the Falcons that leaves us 1-1 and questioning everything. And now, we're favored by 2 points against the undefeated Bengals this Sunday, with Carson Wentz, yes, that Carson Wentz, stepping in as our veteran savior. Sound like a roller coaster? Buckle up, because in today's Vikings news breakdown, we're dissecting the 3 big ailments plaguing our squad, from QB growing pains to defensive meltdowns that'll have you yelling at your screen. Stick around. Will Wentz channel his inner MVP and turn the ship around? Or are we in for more heartbreak? Let's charge into it. Skull, our first big red flag? That quarterback carousel spinning faster than a Brian Flores blitz. J.J. McCarthy burst onto the scene like a Wolverine's dream. Remember that epic debut? He overcame an 11-point deficit, threading needles to Justin Jefferson for a 13-yard strike and Aaron Jones for 27 yards, then scampering for the game winner himself. Earned NFC Offensive Player of the Week honors, our first since Sam Bradford in 2017. But week 2? Oof. Against Atlanta, the kid looked herky-jerky, holding the ball 3.35 seconds per throw, second slowest in the NFL. Taking 9 sacks, coughing up 3 fumbles, and tossing 2 picks for a measly 301 yards total through 2 games. Per EPA plus CPOE metrics, he's the league's second-worst passer, just ahead of Tennessee's Cam Ward in all the wrong ways. It's rookie acclamation, plain and simple. The guy's thrown only 713 passes in college, half the average of his 2024 draft classmates. We've seen this movie before. Trey Lance with 318 college throws bounced around 3 teams after 5 starts. Anthony Richardson's at 393 and backing up in Indy. But hey, Vikings fans, doesn't this fire you up? McCarthy's poise flashes are there. It's just buried under NFL speed. Enter Carson Wentz, the North Dakota legend who grew up cheering for us in purple, now suiting up as our backup turn-starter after signing fresh off a workout. This guy's no stranger to crossroads. 17 wins and 39 starts with the Eagles from 2018 to 20, a 64-29 TD to INT ratio that screams MVP potential. But then the valleys, 15 picks and 50 sacks in 2020 alone. Now, with McCarthy sidelined 2 to 4 weeks by that brutal high ankle sprain, Wentz steps in against Cincy's Jake Browning in a backup QB showdown, burrows out with his own toe woes. ESPN's Kevin Seifert nailed it. We've got a history of backup magic, from Randall Cunningham's 98 wild card run to Gus Frerotte in 08 and Case Keenum's 17 Minneapolis miracle. Wentz fits the mold, especially with injuries and Jordan Addison's suspension shaking up the receiver room. Organizational priority? Develop McCarthy long-term, but short-term? Wentz steadying this ship could spark another unexpected playoff push. What do you think, fam? Can Carson deliver that veteran poise? Or is this just delaying the inevitable? Drop your hot takes in the comments. I want to hear if your team Wentz revival or holding out for JJ's return. And just when you thought the QB drama was peak chaos, let's talk about that defense. Our once elite unit under Brian Flores that's suddenly tackling like it's flag football. Last season, we ranked number 2 overall, stonewalling backs left and right, with Ivan Pace Jr. wrapping up fools like Jaleel McLaughlin for minimal gains back in 23. But through 2 games, Stathead clocks us at 22 missed tackles. Ruthless, silly stuff that puts us behind only Pittsburgh and the Jets league-wide. Pro Football Focus? We're dead last in tackling grade at a pathetic 38.3, barely edging out Seattle. Remember those glory days when Flores gang turned corners on 3rd downs, forcing punts and picks like clockwork? Now it's malarkey, arms whiffing, angles botched, and yards after contact exploding because guys aren't finishing plays. It's not scheme. It's execution, plain as the purple on our helmets. But here's the hope, Skull fam. Flores has flipped scripts before. Once we clamp down and tackle at a normal clip, say under 10 misses a game, we're back to that top-flight terror, swarming Joe Burrow's backups and rewriting this narrative. Who's the culprit in your eyes? Linebackers slipping, or safeties biting on fakes? Hit me with your defensive hot seat picks below. Let's rally this D back to dominance. Shifting gears to the offense's Achilles heel. Those third-down conversions that are killing drives faster than a Bengals blitz. We're sitting fourth worst in the league at a dismal 30% clip. 9 out of 27 through 2 games, per NFL stats. Turning potential chains into punts and field goal tries that leave points on the table. Blame game? Mostly McCarthy's raw adjustment, that herky-jerky pocket presence forcing checkdowns or sacks when we need explosive plays. But don't sleep on the O-line. They've allowed those 9 sacks, crumbling under pressure and giving JJ no clean lanes. Offensive coordinator Wes Phillips, who schemed us to fireworks in preseasons past, has the blueprint. Remember those 22 warm-ups where we diced up the Niners? Yet right now, it's stalled, with drives fizzling on 3rd and 6 or longer, handing momentum to foes like Atlanta last weekend. Kevin O'Connell's got to tweak protections, maybe slide more max protect to buy time, because nothing rallies a team like sustaining drives into the red zone. Vikings news alert. Fix this, and we're humming, chain movers like Jefferson and Jones feasting, turning 30% into 45% overnight. Fans, what's your fix? More play-action bootlegs? Or bench some linemen? Sound off. Your ideas could be the spark we need. Wrapping this diagnosis, it's clear these 3 wounds, QB pains, tackling woes, and third-down droughts, are bleeding us out early, but man, the upside? Electric. With Wentz under center, Flores scheming revenge, and O'Connell dialing up magic, Sunday's Bengals clash could be the elixir. Picture it. Wentz slinging to a suspended-free Addison post-suspension, pace shedding blocks for stops, and third downs flipping to firsts in a shootout win. We've defied odds before. Keenum's miracle, anyone? And this feels like Act 2. But enough from me. What's your bold prediction for Week 3, Skull Nation? Wentz MVP or McCarthy miracle return? Smash that like button if you're hyped. Drop your thoughts in the comments to keep the Vikings conversation roaring. Subscribe for daily Vikings news drops so you never miss a beat. And share this with your fellow purple diehards. Let's pack Paycor Stadium with virtual skull chants. Horns up, we're building something epic. Go Vikings! Hold up, before we fade to purple, let's zoom in on that Wentz factor. It's not just a Band-Aid. It's backstory gold. Born in North Carolina but raised Viking-obsessed in Bismarck, North Dakota. This guy's NDSU roots scream underdog. Set single-season records with 3,111 yards as a junior, then number 2 overall pick in 2016. Fast forward through Philly glory, that 17 MVP runner-up buzz. Indy trades, Washington benches, and Chiefs cameos. Now at 32, he's walking TCO's halls, staring at photos of his childhood idols. Teammates are buzzing. O'Connell raved about Thursday's practice where Wentz commanded no huddle, ball barely hitting turf, pushing the line on tempo post-Chicago sloppiness. He's carried teams on his back, KO said. Think 2017's 14-3 Eagles push. With Aaron Jones nursing a hammy and half a dozen vets banged up, Wentz won't need heroics alone. It'll be collective grit. But if he taps that old fire? Bengals who? What era Wentz are you manifesting? Prime Philly or steady vet? Your call in the comments fuels my fire. Now, circling back to McCarthy's pains. It's tough love time, but growth's coming. That Week 1 heroics? Historic. First QB ever with 3 fourth-quarter TDs in a debut, echoing Fran Tarkenton's 61 multi-score opener. Meditation master, engaged to high school sweetheart Katia. Baby Rome Micah do any day? Congrats, JJ. He's wired for pressure. Yet the stats sting. 3 INTs, fumbles galore, acclimating to pros after Michigan's college reps. Seifert spot on, Vikings lore loves backups, but JJ's our future, number 10 pick in 24. When he turns the corner, offense launches, EPA soars. Until then, Wentz bridges. Fans, rookie slump or set up for stardom? Vote in comments. Let's debate. Teasing the turnaround, once tackling clicks, third downs convert, and QB steadiness hits, we're not just 1-1 survivors, we're contenders chasing that 14-3 repeat from 24. Flores crew, second worst now, Flips to elite when finishing strong. Phillips schemes turn 30% to gold with better protection. Bengals, undefeated but vulnerable sans Burrow, this is our statement. Skull echoes worldwide. Diagnosis deep dive. QB's the core, but it's symbiotic. McCarthy's holds feed O-line pressure, stalling third downs. Missed tackles gift extra plays. Extending drives we can't sustain. Fix one, cascade wins. O'Connell's global prep mindset, from that 22 London thriller versus Saints, applies here. Adapt, execute, conquer. Hype check. Wentz versus Browning? Backup battle royale. Our guys prepped exhibitions like Chiefs-Jags 24 warm-ups. Leading charges. Optimism's real inside the facility. Per sources, genuine belief in steadying amid Addison's suspension shakeup. Fan fuel. That 98 Cunningham run? 4-1 finish to playoffs. 08 Farrat? 10-6 division title. 17 Keenum? Wentz next? History says yes. Your fave Vikings backup tale? Share below. Path forward. Sunday's 2-point edge screams trap, but grit prevails. Convert thirds at 40%. Tackle clean, Wentz poise, Bengals fall. Then, playoff trajectory locked. Closing the loop. These ailments? Temporary. McCarthy develops. D hardens. Offense flows, we're purple dynasty bound. What's your must-fix first? Comments open. Victory vision. Envision Wentz marching us downfield, pace-stuffing runs, third and long vanishing. Undefeated Bengals? Not after we skull them. Prediction time, score? Sound off. Rally cry. From London Fields to Paycor, Vikings Global. O'Connell's prep turns pains to gains. We're built for this 1-1 to unstoppable. Heart check. As a kid, Wentz dreamed purple. Now he lives it. Emotional? Hell yes. Rooting harder? Absolutely. Who's with me? Turnaround tease. Florist malarkey ends with technique tweaks. Watch for wrapping drills in practice clips. Defense rebounds, stat. O-line ownership. They've allowed sacks but blocked 7/23 third down rushes. Step up, protect Wentz, chains move. Story arc. Like Lance/Richardson tales, but JJ's meditation edge flips script. Development priority? Locked. Bengals blueprint. Exploit Burrow-less D with sustained drives. Third down mastery equals win. Fan interaction. Bold take. Wentz throws for 300, 2 TDs? Agree? Disagree? Hit reply. Hope horizon when we convert, tackle, pass clean? Ceiling skyrockets. 14-3 repeat? Bet on it. Purple pulse. This 1-1 feels off? Nah, set up for surge. Skull through storms. Wentz wisdom. Carried teams before, he says. No need alone, team lifts. Unity wins. McCarthy monitor. 2 to 4 weeks out, but upside huge. Return stronger? Guaranteed. D turnaround. From number 2 to second worst? Fixable. Normal clip equals terror back. Third down truth. 30% won't cut. 40% plus does. OCS schemes plus execution equals fireworks. Global grit. 22 London prep echoes. Adapt abroad. Conquer home. Backup legacy Vikings Hall of Backups. Wentz joins? Let's make it so. Score settle. Falcons primetime sting? Fuel for Bengals blowout. Rookie reality. Growing pains expected. Flashes prove potential. Line lockdown. O-line blame shared. Protect the house. Florist fire. Gang turns corner soon. Believe it. Victory vibe 2-point dogs? Nah, favorites in heart. Fan fire. Your week 3 MVP pick? Wentz, Pace, or Jefferson? Comment. Purple pride. From 1-1 doubts to contender charge. We're Vikings, unbreakable. Turn the page. Ailments diagnosed. Cures coming. Sunday salvation. Heart of the matter. Passion fuels fixes. Skull Nation. We're in this together. Final flare. Wentz's childhood dream debut. Poetic. Win it for the kid in all us. D-dominance. Missed tackles? History. Elite returns. Destiny. Offense oasis. Third downs convert. Drive sustain, points pour. QB quest. From pains to poise. Journey's just starting. Bengals bold. Undefeated ends here. Skull stampede. Fan finale. Love this? Like, sub, share. Vikings News Daily. Join the pack. Echo the energy. What's next? Playoffs? Super Bowl? Dream big. Comment wild. Purple promise. These woes? Whispers. Glory? Roars ahead. Horns up forever.